Well, welcome to our podcast.
Oh my god, I can't. Okay, get the jitters out.
I know.
Get them out. Holy shit, we're doing this.
I know, we've talked about doing this podcast for like at least 2 years.
At least.
At least.
I mean, how long has it been since you moved here?
That'll be 3 years in September.
So at least that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I know we talked about it in my house before you moved out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm Taryn.
I'm Kelsey.
And this is our very first episode of Wide Open Spaces.
Oh, the chills are still in.
I know. I don't want to just like word vomit on you, like why we picked all this and all this stuff, because you guys need some build up. You need to get to know us.
Mm-hmm. Now it's recording.
Now we're recording on both platforms for everyone. It's good. It's fine. It's okay. Keep going.
Newbies, it's okay.
Off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is first on your hot topics list? That's what I have first on my.
Okay, I have things in categories. So, for hot topics, so Taryn, don't be on the Instagram right now. So,
yeah,
I'm interested to see if you
know things.
Know things, yeah.
Oh man, I probably don't.
So yesterday, Justin Timberlake arrested for a DWI.
What?
I know.
You know, I always knew he was a piece of shit.
Brittany said so.
Brittany said so. No, I'm kind of kidding. So DWI is like driving while under the influence. Doesn't that mean it's just like
intoxicated?
Like drugs though, not
I don't know.
alcohol. I thought that was the difference. Like DUI is.
I think DWI is driving while intoxicated. DUI is driving under the influence. So.
Oh, so backwards. Okay.
Yeah, DWI. So he was drinking.
No. Wow.
Like, I'm like. I really don't give a fuck. Honestly, everyone's like. I mean,
up in arms.
Yeah, everyone's up in arms, and there's speculation about if he should have been, or if he claims he only had one drink and refused the breathalyzer, which is why he was arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there's like claims saying, no, he was drunk and stealing everyone's drinks all night. I'm like,
I'm sure
he shouldn't have
saying
been,
that to get like clout onto whatever forum is asking those questions.
Sure. And also, like, why are you driving under the influence? Why are you drinking and driving? You're rich as fuck. You can't take someone to take your ass home.
Isn't he like so rich that like driving really isn't an option?
Yeah.
I mean, not driving is an option for people who are rich. Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
Walking. Call somebody.
Yeah.
Take a nap somewhere, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I don't love that he did that, but it's just, I don't care to like make a thing of it like the world is.
I've never been like overly obsessed with him.
No.
I know you like him. My dad loves his music, but like, whatever.
He really had just like that one hot ass album that I listened to for a whole last summer.
The Cry Me a River album or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my dad's favorite album.
And like it was so good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't care. Don't care that much. Do we want to talk shit about Taylor Swift today or not?
Well, I don't think we can anymore because she's growing on me in a weird way. I'm not like a Swiftie, like I'm not like diehard and all the conspiracy things.
Yeah.
But I have been listening to her new album and I do like it. And I mean, if Post Malone says she's great,
that's true.
Is he wrong?
Yeah. So like initially there's these clips going viral of her dancing at her concert. Okay. Like this, one of the most recent concerts she had.
Like right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. And
everyone's hating on her for her dance moves, which they are terrible. But, like, let the girl live, number one. Number two, we be seeing her dance moves for years now at like, award shows.
This, yeah.
Alright. Quick intermission there. No big deal.
Anyway, I have no idea where you left us on that. But anyway, to preface, Kelsey is a huge Travis Kelsey Boys fan, so that's kind of where she lies on that.
Yeah.
And me, I just never personally thought that Taylor Swift was a girl's girl, and I'm team girl's girl. So, you know?
Yeah. We've been kind of Taylor Swift haters, but now we're like, well, She's aight.
Yeah. We're like, if we're really like against girls hating girls, can we really hate this girl?
Yeah.
So we're amending ourselves. We're getting there. You know, maybe by a couple years from now, you'll see us at a Swift concert. I have been to one, actually.
Yeah.
I have.
Back in the glitter guitar, teardrops on my guitar phase.
Yeah. What? I don't even remember.
The Tim McGraw. The Loving Tim McGraw.
Like, album. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was at Arrowhead, actually.
Yeah, I remember. Oh.
Which is crazy.
At Arrowhead.
At Arrowhead. She's been fucking up Arrowhead for longer than you guys even know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The other thing I have on here for hot toppies is the spray powder for women's face. It's taking over my timeline on everything. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything. And it's annoying me so bad.
I have seen that. I have seen that one.
Yeah.
And what? Like, who invented this thing to go, like, let me get all the pieces of hair off my face?
Yeah. Like, okay, there's two sides of it. Of course, everything has two sides.
Of course.
Like,
okay, sure. Let me hear.
Girls are claiming that removing your face, or like shaving your face and removing the hair and like scraping the dead
like
skin.
Like dermaplaning, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally good for your skin.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, this is perfect for my skin. My skin's never felt better. I'm like, okay, but most people are using that spray because they don't want to have facial hair.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that's annoying me so bad. Like, we don't need another product for women to like obsess over and be insecure about.
No,
like,
that's, yeah.
I hate it. I'm like, so what? You have some peach fuzz on your face. Yeah. You can't see it. It's natural. Like, it grows on our body. Most of it,
like, blends into your skin.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same color. Yeah. Like, I don't...
It's so... I hate it. I hate that product. I'm like, just another
way for women to be insecure.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I hate it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I thought. I was like, that is crazy. And not to mention, I'm just like, who has time?
Literally.
Who has the time to get every single hair off their face?
Exactly. Yeah. Switching from
hot toppies
to Nicola from Bridgerton and Skims.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, the Skims campaign.
Yeah, she looks so gorgeous, like so good.
I know. I did see that one. I sent that to you. I don't know if you'd already seen it.
Yeah, but I did. I just saw it today while I was like writing Hot Topics down. Like, we could bring this up.
Yeah. I love her. I loved the season. I did not know. I got on Facebook yesterday to look at like a toddler get-together thing, and I didn't realize that there were people who didn't like the season.
I have kind of shifted to those people, actually.
Oh, you let other people influence you.
Well,
okay, let's hear how you've been influenced.
No, like, I've just been seeing these people talk about how not that they didn't like it just, like, wasn't their favorite. Like,
it's not my favorite.
It's hard to beat the other seasons, and I think this one just fell a little bit flat. Like, the very end, spoiler, sorry, when she gets in the queen calls her out and gives her opportunity to speak in front of everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have just been so much better. After, like, I've heard people talk about it, I'm like, you're totally right. That was her moment to, like, be bold, which she was bold.
Yeah.
But she wasn't, like...
Like, she orchestrated that.
Yeah. Yes. And it could have been a really great opportunity for Colin and her to have, like, a moment in front of everyone and, like, prove their love. And I just feel like their love story fell kind of flat. There was, like, so much scheming going on that, like, their love story didn't, like, blossom.
So I hear you, and I get you, and most people watch Bridgerton for the love stories. Like, if we're being real. Like,
totally.
You have a favorite season, you have a favorite couple. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
However, I understand the shift in this season, and I do like it because their love story was good, but it was also about, like, a movement for women. Like, there was, like, an underlying... Because we even talked about that. Like, the diversity in Bridgerton is beautiful. And, like, just... it's just so perfect. Like, timeless. Timeless? Is that even what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. But anyway. But as far as mistreatment goes, it's just women that are being mistreated. And I feel like that if Colin would have been up there with her for that moment... it would have
That's
taken
true.
Away
It would
from
have looked like she needed a man to stand beside her.
which she'd already had his support. She didn't need somebody else to stand up there with her to be like, look, everybody, my man's supporting me saying the things I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, in that technically scenario, like him staying with her while she did that is enough.
True.
And then what he said after her was like,
oh, I know, that was so
just
good.
okay.
Yeah. Another thing I guess about this season I didn't love is like the shift. It was kind of like a transitional season to me.
Yeah.
Like, because there's so many like stories going on in it.
Yeah.
Which there usually is like sparks of like other people.
Yeah.
But this one felt like it wasn't focused enough on Penelope and Colin. But it was still great. Like, I'm not mad about it at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I expect when I see it, like, I feel like we got one heated moment from them in the carriage. Then you had
the first episode, the titty scene.
Yeah, then the losing the virginity. And then that was, like, it. Because then they were fighting. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, my favorite season with Anthony and Kate, you get multiple moments of, like, heated tension and, like, just...
Totally.
Yeah, and then they're just fucking bickering.
Yes. Yeah, they spend too much time arguing over things.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's all I have to say about that.
Alright.
Do you have any hot topics that you want to talk about?
No, because I'm not on social media, so I really don't know many of the hot topics of the world right now. That's okay. So maybe next episode I'll school myself up a little bit.
Yeah. Do a little scroll through Instagram the day before.
Do a bit of research.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about work this week? Our work lives? Or do you just want to shift into books?
Let's start with our work stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I feel like this week for work, the only thing we've truly accomplished is right here, right now.
Yep.
Like, sitting down.
Totally.
It is a Tuesday, so we haven't done anything technically this week.
Yeah,
We had a business meeting last week, and sometimes our work gets shifted, which is fine. That's why we do what we do, because one of us is traveling, which I never realized how much we do travel until we try to get things accomplished. Like, and that sounds so like... But like, I know, it's just the truth. Like, we're always going, and we have family in other places, and like, you know, if you don't know anything about us, Kelsey and I are both from Missouri originally, and Kelsey just recently moved here. We live in Texas now, 3 years ago, and I left 10 years ago and joined the Army, and have been all over the country, and Kelsey has traveled all over the country to see me. Yeah. And this time she just stayed. Yep.
Texas has been calling for me for a long time.
And then my husband is from Florida, and so we spend a lot of time bouncing back and forth, specifically between those 3 locations, and then some, like, where we want to go, like you and my husband just, that's so, gonna sound so weird on the podcast. Her and my husband just went to LA together. Yep. It was not as exciting as it sounded. It was. They had fun. It was a great time. But they went for a nerd conference. Yep.
Total nerds.
They went for an Apex conference. Yep. And then my husband does, he's an executive in a private security firm, and he was there for some of that too, which actually got them in the door at Nobu. Yeah, yeah, which is super cool.
Love that for us.
Yeah,
little Nobu trip.
Love that for you. EJ met Seinfeld in the bathroom.
He next to him in the bathroom.
Yeah,
he was so cute.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, we travel a lot. Like, I just went back to Missouri for my sister's bridal shower.
Yep.
You're going to Ohio this weekend for Taylor's graduation.
Yep. I'm flying into Columbus, but she's from Springfield, but she goes to college at Ohio State, so we see her.
The week after that, I'm going to Idaho / Utah.
Yep. And then July, we're going back down to Galveston. I was just in Galveston.
I have, like, another trip to Missouri sometime this summer.
Yeah, me too. I have to take...
You're going to Kentucky.
In September.
The
list goes on. Yeah. If you're around for a while, you're going to be like, well, where are they going now? And honestly, it's so far it's pretty much all stateside. Yeah. I don't know where you're listening to this from, but United States, that's where we're at, obviously. Texas.
We're our own country.
We're our own
actually.
country. Anyway, we were talking about work.
Yeah.
As far as work goes, Kelsey and I started one business together, and recently Kelsey became the full CEO of that business.
Yeah.
She is the boss owner of that one.
Yep.
We, not for any like negative reasons at all. It was all good things, just some shifts that needed to happen personally for us. Do you want to talk about any of those, or?
Well, not really.
Yeah.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like that's all I have to say about business this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. The next thing that we're doing is filing an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you're watching this from, but, leave us a comment or send us an email or DM us or something and let us know if you want more business stuff. We plan on kind of documenting some of the stuff we're doing as we're going, because I think a big goal of ours mutually is to help other people, specifically women, because we're women. Right? We're women. Start their own businesses and learn from some of the mistakes that we've already made. We'll have some mistake podcasts for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like people are always like, oh, I made all these mistakes, but they never talk about what they are. Yeah. It would be really helpful if they did.
Right? Charge people taxes.
State taxes.
Guess what? We gotta pay them.
Yep.
So
learn about
they.
And charge up front. Don't let those people bully you down.
Right? I'm putting that in a note.
Yeah. Our podcast of ruin.
Yeah. A podcast of war and ruin. Of business and ruin.
Okay, we've gone too far.
That's funny.
Go ahead and shift to books.
Okay.
Okay, Kelsey.
Where are you at in this freaking book?
In that freaking book, I can open it up on my Audible. Actually.
Yeah.
Pause. What is this?
This is
A Court of Frost and
Starlight, a novella by Sarah J. Maas.
It's a novella. It says that on here. I thought Sapphire just said that.
It just is.
Okay.
A novella.
I am in chapter 7. Reset.
Oh damn! You're only in chapter 7.
Yep. 3 hours and 42 minutes left, ladies and gents.
Oh,
I know.
Let me see.
Kelsey has finished the entire series, and listened and read it multiple times now at this point. I'm my first through. Kelsey is what we'd like to call book bully.
Yeah.
She will read faster than you and listen faster than you and then bully you to catch up with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I need to talk to someone about what's going on.
I had reader's block after the third one. I was so content with that book.
Because it's so good.
So good. I loved it. I know everybody loves the second, and I can't really give out my full verdict because I have a book and a half left based on what's out.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm dark and twisty, and that one's dark and twisty, and it just completes a lot of things in my dark and twisty soul. And I didn't need more after that. And I haven't felt that content from a book series. And I don't know when.
I know.
I don't know.
Same.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of books lately.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The ACOTAR series is by far the best.
Yeah.
And it's made me feel
so happy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many books do you think you read just this month, in June? We'll say June.
In June?
In June.
So
the last 20 days.
For 7 books.
7 books.
Today's the 18th.
Hey, it's okay. Statistically, most millionaires read 100 books a year. Damn. I think they're reading different genres, but I don't know.
Yeah. So far this year, I've read 51 books.
Woo! This baby's halfway to being a millionaire!
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay, what's your favorite book you've read so far?
Oh, man. Well, I know. It's Wings and Ruin.
It's
the best.
It is?
It's the best. I'm sad that... So, this book is a novella because it's just cutting off
Reese
and Farah's, point of view.
Relationship,
Like,
yeah.
she's moving on to the next thing,
Yeah.
which happens to be Nesta, which I hope. So, everyone on TikTok is like predicting what the next book from SJM is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we got 3 in Farrah's point of view. Or 2, wait. Yeah, 3 in Farrah's.
Yeah.
And then novella. And then we got 1 from Nesta. So they're like, we're either going to get 2 more Nesta and then another novella and hear from Elaine, or we're going to get another novella, which I do not want to happen. If I have to wait so long, all the way till next year,
Yeah.
to get another just novella, I'm going to be so mad. But I don't want it to be a Nesta's point of view either. And that book ends, like, you don't need any more information from Nesta when that book ends. Like,
I just feel like with all
It's
the
wrapped up.
details and then like how the first 3 books specifically are written, she has a long game plan, and everybody just
She
needs
does.
to buckle in.
she's contracted for 3 more books.
Oh, I bet she
So,
is.
and she's like, this really could go on for a long time. So,
I bet it could. They're
Yeah.
immortal. They live
Yeah.
forever.
yeah. But my favorite book this year is Wings and Ruin.
Okay. Cool.
Also, Twisted Lies was really good.
That's the one
The
I'm gonna.
first and the 4th one were
Oh.
like the best ones to me.
Yeah.
So you could read the first one and then skip 2 and 3 and go to the 4th.
Yeah.
But they're all like pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, the Crave series. I've
Oh
seen
yeah, you
people.
really loved that one.
I
Yeah.
read that so fast.
Yeah.
Like this, I think there's 6 books, and I read it like they're big books. I read it. I lost sleep over it because it was just so good.
You were literally like
And I
not
was
okay
emotional. Yeah.
for like 3 weeks
Yeah.
while you were going through that series.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, sometimes reading books might be a little toxic.
It is. And that one emotionally like damaged me because there was like songs connected because it's in modern times. The book is like today.
Yeah.
So there's like
Oh yeah, because is
music.
that one of the ones you can listen to?
Yes.
Like music, like while you're. That's
while
so
you're reading
cool.
it. And there's like songs mentioned in the books that are from like right now.
Yeah.
And so like you're listening or reading the book, listening to the music, and just like it all just comes together. And there was one day I cried while like cooking dinner, just listening to like the playlist, and I'm like, I'm messed up.
Yeah.
Like I'm so into these books, but I'm good now.
I've kind of relapsed.
Well, ACOTAR.
Sorry, not relapsed.
I have relapsed.
ACOTAR made you relapse.
Yeah, I got into the ACOTAR after that, and then now I'm reading Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
That series, which has gotten really good finally, thank God.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I feel like that one took so long for you to get, and I'm definitely not.
It did.
I'm not
4
dipping
books.
In. I'm
It
not
took me
dipping into
4
that. I
books.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Another one we've technically both listened to recently was the Jack and Jill series.
Yep.
And it was such a good little 3 books with a lot of information, a lot of stuff, and then it takes a lot for a story, I feel like, to be unpredictable for you specifically. The 3rd book just really gets you in the world.
Yeah, it does.
Like, yeah.
There's so much building in the first one. Then you get to the second one and you really like fall in love with the characters and you're like, what happened to these people and why are they like this? And then you get to the 3rd one and you're like in love and you're like, okay, where's this gonna go? And you're nervous and it's not predictable.
It makes you so nervous.
Yes.
Like, just what's gonna happen with Luke and Jess makes you so nervous. You're like, why do we need all this backstory if Luke is just not gonna be around?
The first book, they make you believe that he's pretty much dead. You think he's dead, and then you get to the second one, and it's like, actually, he's not dead. I just haven't told myself he's dead, so I can stay away from him.
Yeah, like, because I'm actually dead.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But I love how metaphorical that series is. Like, there's so many, like, the way they play off their names and, like, the scenery and just, like, the story coming together, like, between dawn and night. And yeah, it's very cool. Or day and night, however you write it out. Or whatever book you're in, really.
Oh, yeah. 4th Wing.
Okay, I got it on Audible.
Yeah. So, whenever you finish Nesta's book, I want to read them with you. So I'm going to wait. I have like...
I know Wing has 2 books, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the author just revealed today that she finished the third one.
Oh, yeah!
I know.
Cool.
I was like, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to, like, push this out as long as I can because I have lots of books to read.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push it out as long as I can so that I can read 1, 2, and, like, I'll know when the third one is coming out, you know? So I won't be waiting for a whole year like this ACOTAR series.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. There's
That
going to be a
is
third
cool.
one. And we
Okay,
don't
yeah.
even know
Anything about the
if
books.
we like them,
Yeah.
but I know
I've heard
I
a
will.
lot of great things about them,
Yeah.
so yeah. You know
It's
what's
gonna be good.
funny? Back on ACOTAR again, sorry guys. On Goodreads, there are some people who genuinely like don't get the concept of the first book. Everyone that has read the series like comes in on defense of
Yes.
these people that read the first book going in thinking it's like an adaptation of Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
I'm like,
That's
I
exactly
could
what my mom
see
said.
that, like, when
Yeah.
you're reading it initially, like, it does draw a lot of, like, correlation. There's a lot of adaptations of Beauty and the Beast, though.
Yeah.
But never once does she claim, I'm writing an adaptation of Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
So the fact that people are up in arms about
I know.
it, it's like, are you a problem? Like,
For sure.
what reality do you live in?
You've imagined that yourself.
Yeah, like, after, like, the first 20 chapters, you're like, okay, it's not. Like,
Exactly.
it moves on.
Yeah.
Like, when he's in the shack, like, you're coming with me!
The
You're like...
only things that are relatable to Beauty and the Beast is that he can transform to
A beast.
a beast,
Yeah.
and he takes her. Those are the only two things
They're
that's
connected.
relative.
Yeah.
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 People will annoy me with that.
It drives me nuts. So I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, get a grip.
Yeah. So my mom, she's on Mist and Fury right now.
Oh, what does she think?
She's obsessed. So
Yay!
I know.
Oh my gosh, when you went over Ant-Man, let me tell you, you won the lottery.
Yeah. So I sent her the first one, and it took her forever to start it because she's like, I don't want to get into this whole series because I'm going to be committing to so much reading.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you need to. So she read the first one, and she was like, on the trials
Oh, wow.
in the
Yeah.
first one, and she's like, okay, I need the second one, and I just like got on my Walmart app and sent it to
Send
her.
it
I
to
was
her.
like, it's coming to you. I'll be there in 2 days.
You need it now.
And she's like, oh my god, thank you. And now, yeah, she can't get enough.
Yeah. Corinne is the same way.
Yeah.
I was like, she's like, I'm on a spending freeze, but before I had the
Yeah.
chance to send it to her, she'd already got it. Like, okay, thank goodness.
Screw the budget.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna find it on budgetbooks.com or something. Like, she probably did for cheap, so
Yeah.
I was like, if I need to ship you the other copies also, the rest are on my Audible, like, just log in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
And they're
yeah.
so cheap. You can literally get them for like $11 on Walmart.com.
I'm pretty sure you can get them for cheaper on Goodreads for like $5.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what shipping is after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
Well, I have that Walmart premium account. It's free.
you got a problem with Walmart Premium?
Yep, I do.
Hey,
I mean-
Walmart Premium, sponsor us.
Right?
Like,
For
shout
sure.
out.
It's only like $12 a month. But
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we haven't always been like this as far as books go.
Mm-hmm.
This is a recent, I won't say recent, last couple year obsession. It has grown a lot. Like, I want to be a book talk girly. I want to have a library. I want to sit in there and play my Switch.
I want this whole room just to be covered in
Literally, in books, I just want to be around them. Like, when I have days to myself, like, I go to Barnes & Noble to do work, not to buy books, but to be surrounded by them.
to be around
Yeah,
them, to
just-
smell them.
Yep, to just absorb the knowledge. That's the best thing we have.
Yeah.
We do go to the public library a lot, but I don't usually go there to work because, you know, I gotta get me a little coffee, a little treat.
Yeah.
I do support both. Most people don't like to buy from Barnes & Noble, but I have, Kelsey, it is expensive, but I have a theory that, like, I like bookstores, so to keep them around, you have to pay your tithe. Like,
That's
you
right.
have to pay the $8 extra for the book
Yeah.
versus Walmart or Goodreads
Yeah.
if you want to keep the bookstores around. You can't
True.
complain in a decade when they're gone. If you
aren't shopping at Barnes & Noble.
yeah, if you're part of the problem. If you're not shopping for books in person.
Right? It is sad to think about. Like, if we don't go to bookstores because they're $5 more than Amazon,
Yeah.
like, they won't be around
Mhm.
in the future,
Yeah,
which is sad.
I know. But honestly, I'm the worst. If I listen to it on Audible and I like it, I still buy the physical copy.
Oh, same.
I have to
Yeah.
own the book, have
Yes.
the book,
Yeah.
be able to give the
I
book
need
to
a
someone
physical
else.
Thing.
Like, if I give it to someone else, because I see books as currency.
yes.
If I give it to someone else, I have to go replace it. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't want that book back. I want you to pass it on.
Yes.
Or keep it for yourself. Like, remember me.
Yeah.
Like, remember what I did for you when I gave you that book.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's funny.
But actually, I feel like we're on all the mainstream hitter, like, books and authors, which is, like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
They're good for a reason. But Colleen Hoover is actually what changed my life.
Yeah.
I feel like she changed my life. It was, what is her name? Holly Gabriel on Instagram. She's like a big fashion blogger now. She used to be a big nurse, like, vlogger on YouTube, and then she, like, shifted to Instagram pretty hard. She does YouTube sometimes still, but mostly she's fashion stuff on there. But she was sharing all these Colleen Hoover books that she was reading, and then I think it was when Verity got super popular.
Yeah.
That I picked up one of the books. I was like, I need to read this. I need to know what's going on. And then I just went down the rabbit hole. Like, you've probably read every single book of hers, right?
Not all of them, but
It's hard because there's so many.
There's so many.
Yeah, but I think it was like, It Ends With Us, and then Reminders of Him, and then Verity, and Layla, and, like, after that, I was like, I'm a book girly.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
And I was, like, in the thick of it, pregnant,
Yep.
postpartum,
Yep.
and I just needed something.
Right. Yes. I hadn't read, like, after, like, 50 Shades of Grey came out, however many years ago, I didn't read anything.
Yeah.
And then I moved here, and I read, like, a couple of self-help books.
Oh, yeah, we did start with
Green Lights.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
like,
Green Lights
you
changed
found
my life.
Verity, and you're like, bro, read this book right now. So I did. You had already moved on to It Ends With Us.
Yeah.
When I was reading Verity, and it just...
Yeah.
That train started
It
rolling.
just went rolling. Yeah, because then you went home to Missouri and you listened to Green Lights.
Yep.
My dad listened to that. Like,
Yeah.
that is one you can listen to just anytime you
All
need
the
to pick
time.
me up. Just turn that book on.
Yeah.
It's by Matthew McConaughey, and it is a phenomenal book. Like,
So
it
good.
changed my life. Like, it is so good.
I didn't even like Matthew McConaughey. Now I love him.
I love him. He walks on water.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I loved him before, though. And then
Yeah.
I read that book and I was like, oh, I loved him for a reason. Like, but, yeah. I won't look back. I'm not going to change.
No. Oh yeah, Audible had a huge sale this last
Yeah.
week, and I bought 12 Audible books.
12!
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are like $3.
$3 and $5.
Yeah,
a
so you
piece.
probably spent $20 on 12.
Yeah.
12 books.
Yeah. But I got a nice little lineup coming.
Nice. I bet you're gonna hit 100 books by my 30th birthday.
If I keep at this pace, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Probably. Because by the end of the month, I will have read probably 11 books.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
I'm keeping at that 10 book pace.
what I think about
10
far
books a
too
month.
often, I think about how are we going to keep up all this reading when fall comes around and we have to watch all these movies and TV shows because it's
Yeah.
like fall. I'm like,
Yeah.
the balance isn't there.
Yeah. Well, I cheat because I'll be playing video games and, like, with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing Fortnite, and I got my earbud in, listening to my audiobook
Yeah.
while playing with them, because...
It's harder
It's
for me
easy.
to cheat. Felicity's like,
Yeah.
I see you with your headphone in.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're doing, mother.
Yeah. Pay attention to me.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
you know, every 20 minutes or so, someone's like, ah! And I'm like, and then I'm like, it's gonna be okay. Your emotions are fine. And then I'm like, and then the
Back
war
to the
happened.
wreckage. Emotional damage.
Back between the two wreckages of my life.
Yeah.
The book and the kids. Whatever's going on
Oh
with
my
them.
god.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, we can be done with books now.
All right, we're
even
moving
though we
on.
could talk forever about books.
Well, I'll note this episode so you can move along if you want to.
The only other thing I have is just our personal life. We haven't talked like pretty much at all today.
Which is weird for us. We talk on
Yeah.
the phone minimum 1 time a day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually say minimum 2 times.
A minimum twice.
If it's not 2 times, something's wrong.
Beginning of day, end of day.
End of day.
And then the middle parts.
Beginning of day, end of day.
Yeah.
And night was one.
Yeah. But I didn't really do jack crap today. I had a bid.
Okay.
I submitted 2 bids. Had a quote.
Okay.
Met a couple that is extremely annoying. Cleaning for them tomorrow. Not excited about it.
Oh, why are you so... Oh, yeah, the construction.
Post-construction clean.
Yeah.
They're just one of those... They're extremely picky.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, there's dust on everything from the construction.
Duh.
There is, but, like, the fan blades on light fixtures, for instance, like, you can look at them and see that there is, like, dust buildup. And they're like, look how terrible that is. I'm like, that was there before construction.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Was it a remodel?
Yeah, so they got new flooring in the entire house. They live in it.
Oh.
Yeah. And things weren't covered. And there is dust on things, but they're just, like, being extremely annoying about it. And they didn't seem confident in my 2-man crew. Like, we think it should take at least 4 people. I'm like,
well, that's too bad.
Maybe you should own your own company and run things then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
honestly.
I was like, we'll be here. We'll spend 6 to 8 hours and we'll get the job done. Don't worry.
Yeah. On top of the fact that, like, you don't pay by the hour.
Yeah.
So why are you necessarily concerned?
Yeah.
Like,
she was like, well, we got another quote from a company. They're going to have 4 people and it was going to take them 4 hours. I'm like,
they told you 4 hours? It was going to be a bad job.
Well, I was like, okay, so if they have 4 people and it's going to take 4 hours, if you cut that in half to only 2 people, it's going to take us 8 hours. It's basically the same thing.
Literally.
Like, like, we're just worried about you guys getting tired and not doing a good job. Like, we can take care of ourselves. We do this every day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you we can do it if we can't.
On top of the fact that you always do callbacks, like, and they already sound like you're going to need one regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
I hate when you know those kinds of things.
I know.
Like,
Julio's like, be extremely meticulous, like, because they're...
Oh, it's for Julio?
Very picky, yeah, it's for Julio.
Yeah, okay.
Elizabeth had some other choice words to say about them, too.
She's a gem.
She's pregnant. We'll give her a pass.
Yeah. We can't even judge her true character once she has the baby either, because she'll be a nutcase for at least a year.
Exactly.
Like, women get at least a year pass after a baby's born. I don't care what nobody says.
I agree. Totally.
Like, no.
Work things. And then I was going to file our LLC, but I couldn't because there's a form we need that I have no idea what it is. So I'm just going to have to do more research about that.
Alright.
The process did not seem the same
as last
time. That's why I was like, I'm not going to move forward with this and pay money to mess it up.
I feel like last time we did it on the actual, like, legitimate government
site.
I
did too. Yeah.
You did? Again?
Yeah.
Weird. Well, things probably changed. It's been a couple years.
Yeah. There's some kind of certificate of authorization.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it was though.
We'll figure that out together.
Can I just pause this?
Yeah.
Come back another day.
Yeah. We'll figure it out together. Maybe we'll just get together and
figure it out together.
Yeah.
And then that's all I did. I took a nap. I started to play Apex for a hot second. And then I was like literally falling asleep. I'm like, okay.
Time to take a nap.
Give it power down here. And here we are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That seems like honestly a pretty filled day. So,
yeah. It was nice.
A little mix of business.
Yeah.
Personal. And you weren't technically like at work working anything today, which you don't get too many days off these days.
I know. This was like my one office day.
Yeah, like at home. Yeah. So,
well,
I can't say that mine was that much more thrilling. EJ and I have started to go on post together to work out. We both need it, but the other day I had like a full-on mental breakdown and was like not okay. When you wanted me to call you,
I wondered why you took 3 hours to call me. I was like,
yeah, well, I was putting the kids down when you messaged me. Well, it was at least an hour and a half. It was a long time.
You're like, it'll be 5 minutes. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And I knew you were getting impatient because you hearted the message like later. I was like, okay, so it's exciting or really important, but I know you told me, you said it wasn't an emergency.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But I was literally like having a mental, I'm not okay. I'm fine talking about this because I'm going to talk about it like on other platforms, but I just like feel like I'm having this, I mentioned it kind of before, like this like post-army.
Okay, and we're back.
and
Cut off at an emotional time, too,
I
because
know,
I was like, just hold it, just wait.
I just feel like, so like as soon as I got out, well, when I did get out, EJ and I were not having a good time. That's for a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
But like I was pregnant when I got out, and I didn't get out because I was pregnant. I was just naturally getting out, and then I got pregnant on the way out. So like a few months after I got out of the Army, I was a brand new mom again. And then I had a year and a half, and then I was pregnant again, and a mom again. And so like, and then we moved, and then you moved in, and I had just been constantly distracted, busy. We went to court, like there was like
You had a lot of distraction.
a lot of things. And then like EJ getting out was kind of like, whoa, this is like really over. Like this part of our life,
this whole
is
10
like,
years of your life is just...
it's gone, it's done. Like,
Yeah.
and now I feel like, I don't know, I'm having like this like delayed getting out thing. I don't know what to say or like call it, because like I know what anxiety feels like, and I thought most of my anxiety was coming from having the babies, which there's reason for that as well.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I'm kind of sad, but not like depressed sad. And I was just like, why do I just, like I can't get my brain to stop? It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then EJ and I like can't communicate when I'm like that, because I can't communicate. I don't know what I'm doing. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And so when we were going to go do the Ulta clean, I had rescheduled my very first like VA appointment, the very first one, and so like then I postponed it to the next one in the intake, and I haven't had another one. The next one I have is literally in July, because they don't have enough like openings.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, why don't we just start using my TRICARE benefits for that? Like you need more constant like care. And I do. And then at the same time I was like, I just don't feel like myself. Like I don't have anything that's me, like outside of these books. Like I don't know who I am. I don't feel like myself. I don't look like myself when I like look in the mirror. Like I don't know. And it's not the kids. Like I love the kids. My kids are great.
Yeah.
And like I love being a mom.
You're having a delayed identity crisis.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I just like, who am I outside of this? And like,
And you're about to be 30. This is like...
I'm about to be 30.
You got a lot on your plate.
I know, and I'm like, it's closing, like, my 20s was a fucking shit thing. Like, most people say that, but, like, for real, though. Like, I feel like my 20s was just, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah. So he was like, why don't we just start doing this together? Like, I need to get back in shape after my surgery anyway. Like, it's been put it off too long. And honestly, it does help. Like, it feels like a connection to something that I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're used to being out of the house every single day, nonstop, all day long, surrounded by the same, like, pod of people. And, like, you have, like, this different community that you don't realize that you don't really have anymore. Like, I have them. If I called those people, I could reach out to them. But, they would be there.
Yeah.
But if I don't go see them every single day. We don't talk all the time. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, EJ got out, and all of his friends are getting out, and they're all here.
And they're all here.
This little pod, and so he has a lot of support I didn't have. We moved immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
you got out, you were pregnant, had a baby, moved across
the country. Yeah.
And set your house up.
And then I was alone a lot.
And then you were alone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm just feeling like kind of sad, and there was a lot of stuff that happened in the Army that makes me feel not safe going certain places, like by myself, which is difficult because I like to rock and I like to skateboard, and DJ's like, you can do all that on post. And like I know that it's not for everybody, like not everyone feels safe on post, but I do. I feel good there. Like I know that I can hold my own in any instance that is there. And so just going there was
when you go there, scream loud enough, someone's gonna come home.
True. But it's just like people don't fuck with you the same way. Like it's just like it is a different society within these walls. Yeah. And I speak that language. True. So like just being there just felt nice. Good. Yeah. It does make me feel a lot older though, because you know I'm not I'm not what I was when I was young private. No, I'm not still in the game. Yeah. So I was having a mental breakdown, But just the last couple days have been really nice. Today we went and EJ tried to kill me with a swimming exercise. Like,
I'm
we were
jealous.
treading water and like doing laps, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is horrible. I used to like swimming. I was like, this isn't swimming.
This
you know
isn't
that?
fun.
Yeah. For some background there, my husband went to UF on a diving scholarship before he joined the Army, so he is like a swimmer.
good swimmer.
A fucking swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go swimming with him so bad just because I feel
I'm
I
like-
need to prove myself.
Bro, chill out! Michael Phelps! Calm down.
Right.
Like, pull your head out of the water. How are you breathing? Like, I just can't.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, I thought you were out of shape.
No shit. You know, some things you just don't lose though.
Truly. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? If this were on my court, if we were rucking, I'd be blowing the shit out of you. Like, just.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys started that.
Yeah.
It'll be good for you to get out of the house,
Mhm.
get exercise, going on post apparently.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you happy. And just doing things with EJ.
It's just like there's this connection that's there, and like when you're in, you're like, it's so nerdy to use all your benefits and all the things you have access to, and now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear my
you have
retirement
them,
hat. I'm gonna go to the PX and
Yeah.
buy my TV $200 off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you should.
And if you think that's nerdy, well, guess what, loser? I sleep in every day. I don't. I have toddlers. I
I was
don't.
gonna
But
say.
you know, I don't have to go to PT.
Yeah. How have you had a therapy appointment since your first initial one?
No, the next one isn't supposed to be until July. So
Okay, I didn't know if that was what you were talking about for sure.
yeah, so we're gonna reach out to TRICARE because that you get to pick more,
Mhm.
and they have more openings that way. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like you always. I hate that you're going through this little phase of life
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because
What?
You're
Because
my
I
rock.
always what? Yeah, I know, and that's
But-
why.
like you're allowed to feel how you feel and like
I
you
know
need-
nobody means it that way, but we've talked about it before. Like,
Yeah.
I carry myself in a way that holds the energy around me.
Yeah.
And that's gonna, if you don't know me, that's gonna sound fucking crazy. But like, it's just the truth. Like, if my energy is off, my everything is off. Everybody's off. Like, the people around me, they can feel it. I just, like,
Yeah.
it bleeds off me.
Right.
And so, like, that's how I know I'm not okay, because it is affecting EJ. And, like, EJ has his own anxiety, PTSD
Yeah.
stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
But, like, he's more not okay because I'm not okay.
Mhm.
And it was very sweet because when he came over here
Mhm.
to watch House of Dragons after that,
Yeah.
he was, like, texting me, and he was like, I'm really sorry you're going through this, like,
Mhm.
that you're not okay, and that I didn't, like, really notice. Because most people just assume that
Maybe
I
it's just a day.
be fine. Because
Yeah.
I am fine.
Yeah.
And I can do it.
Yeah.
And I will be okay. But, like,
Totally.
there's still a point where it's just, like, it is too much for
Mhm.
me. And he was like, I will protect you. I'm sorry if I made you feel like there was, like, that changed. Like, that I have done something different.
Yeah.
And it was very, very sweet.
Good.
So, that was nice.
Well.
So that's my
Now you got me
roundup.
crying.
Yeah. You're like, I took a nap, and I'm like, great. I wanted to jump off a cliff.
Yeah. Well, I do like have in the past noticed like a difference in you when you do therapy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying therapy is a fucking magical worker that you need therapy,
No.
but
Yeah.
it is something I think
Yeah.
helps. So
When I have a good therapist that can
Mhm.
help me work out my shit, yeah, it's nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, my mom's not speaking to me again, so I should probably go back to therapy.
I think your mom needs to go to therapy.
She does. Oh, Georgia.
Mine too.
Yeah.
We all need therapy.
We all need some therapy.
I dye my hair because I need therapy. Oh my god.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. Coming up, you're going to Ohio this
I'm
weekend.
going to Ohio this weekend. We can recap on
I have a
that
date
next
this
week.
weekend.
Oh my god, I'm so
I
excited!
know.
I hope it goes well.
Thank you. Me too.
He's not a character in your book, but also don't hold him to such a standard that is
Damn.
impossible. Not the stuff
Yeah.
we've already talked about. Like, he's not gonna have wings.
Unfortunately.
He
No
won't be an
wings.
Illyrian warrior.
No.
It won't happen.
Yeah.
But the rest.
But everything else could be great.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. All right, well, let's shut this thing down.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.